get it back. Good thing for him. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Well, they try to go with draw. They didn't catch the defense blitzing, so it wasn't a great look anyway. But up front, they just got beat regardless. And that back, David, had nowhere to go.
He had nowhere to go, but those offensive linemen, you got to set and you got to invite those defensive linemen up the field and kind of push them by. And you could tell they didn't do that. They didn't create any holes. There was really nowhere for him to go. You got to give him that first little hole, and maybe he can make a move. So the offensive line needs to do a better job.
Fires and picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to pass. It's Beebe. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Trips left, one wide receiver to the...
Coming up.
9. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Hall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Now they'll run it to the right here. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Golden Bears are flying down the field. Looking downfield, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
They'll try the run. Still running at the 40. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
Coming after him. He's got him, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Ott. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. From the gun. Give on the inside. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Balls at the 18. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set is able to rip off that one for a first down.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Beebe. The throw to the outside is complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that one. 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Royals have moved it inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Cousins. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now they missed. On the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
27, Cal, 17.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. To the air, it's Rodgers. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to run, it's Ott. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback on the keeper. The Royals get it past the sticks.
I just love having a decisive quarterback. Like, give him options, but he makes a decision, sticks his foot in the ground, says, I'm going to get the first down, and he gets it.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. They're getting this guy lathered up. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. This drive has been exclusive. Could they be setting up a shot play? He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Beebe. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And that is no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, You feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The Golden Bears are on the move. Handoff from the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And the Royals will move the sticks. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 1st down here with time for maybe 1 more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Royals have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. They're trying to get to it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Royals will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
This late in the game, 4th quarter, go time, we got to make plays. We got to go to those things that really, really work well. We can't waste downs. I know it's 3rd down coming up, but we got to put this thing in full throttle.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, the 300-pound dudes falling all trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. To the air, it's Rodgers. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, Dave. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Running back searching for a hole. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
From the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They jump. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get to the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dropping back, it's Beebe. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Golden Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Auburn's offense will start this game off. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this game.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have scored. moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So California's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Golden Bears line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
Fires one high and deep. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is. Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Thorne. Got his man quickly. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And on the move. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lambert Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Caught close to the marker. It's Lewis. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the 17-yard line, it's first and 10. The give to the tailback. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. To the ground. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. makes the handoff. It's Hunter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Leaves it with the running back. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.